Now, the exodus out of large states like New Jersey, California, Illinois, New York, it maintains in reality this night. We're now broadcasting from my new domestic, the tremendous loose country of Florida. In January, this 12 months Fox News star Sean Hannity did not hesitate to give up on Fox information. In New York and circulate on right after for months, everybody questioned why. And as you'll assume, rumors began to spread. Many maintained in thoughts the time Tucker Carlson had to go away the network, and they claimed Tucker Carlson's case is what came about to Sean Hannity, while others conjured first-rate conspiracy theories. So what was the real fact? Nicely, you are about to find out, and we bet you would now not have concept it modified into what truly happened. The cause for Sean Hannity's beautiful circulate on the beginning of this year, Sean Hannity, the outspoken conservative host, delivered on his faux records radio display that he modified into shifting to Florida. Now the exodus out of massive states like New Jersey, California, Illinois, New York, it continues. In fact, this night we are now broadcasting from my new home, the extraordinary free state of Florida. Kate already had a home in Palm Beach, which is located just north of the Miami and Fort Lauderdale area and only a few miles away from former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. At the January 2D episode of his iHeartRadio show, referred to as the Sean Hannity Show, he shared with listeners that he modified into now speaking from his new home, calling Florida the free country of Florida. Hannity defined that one of the principal motives he moved turned out to be due to the country's conservative political atmosphere, which he positioned masses more appealing than New York, in which his show were primarily based. For years, he expressed his admiration for Florida's political leaders, together with Governor Ron DeSantis, Senator Rick Scott, and Senator Marco Rubio, and said he felt very cushy in the United States' political environment. Hannity had purchased his Palm Beach townhouse in April 20,121 for $5.3 million, a reality that was made public on the time the selection to relocate additionally located a pattern of other excessive profile figures in the conservative motion who were choosing Florida as a base. But why did Sean Hannity choose to transport, you may ask nicely? Here's where matters begin to get very thrilling. Palm Beach has some strict suggestions that stopped him from broadcasting from his home there, and in legitimate confirmed this to the Palm Beach Daily News in step with Margaret Ziman, the president of the Palm Beach Town Council. The city would now not permit companies to expire of personal homes. The current property tax statistics from Palm Beach County, moreover, show that Sean Hannity hasn't registered his townhouse as his most important home. The city takes this regulation so drastically that even the overdue Rush Limbaugh had to find out a business area to installation his radio display after broadcasting from his oceanfront assets. At the same time as this law has existed, everybody thought Sean Hannity's Palm Beach domestic changed into his everlasting place of residence, so no person understood why he would possibly modify it into shifting all of it, regarded like he might exchange his mind approximately until he in the long run relocated to Florida. Hannity did not say precisely in which in Florida the show have become going to be primarily based. However, what have become certain changed into that he moved then in Florida. The Fox News stars started out to make massive moves simply an awful lot. Much less than 12 months after announcing leaving New York, Sean Hannity is happily a Florida man living in a Florida mansion. Now 62 years vintage, he decided on to stay in his waterfront property in Manalapan, and it value him $23.5 million. This upscale vicinity is located in Palm Beach County, and in step with the Wall Street Journal, Hannity's new domestic is located on a barrier island that gives stunning perspectives of the Atlantic Ocean and the intracoastal waterway. The residence turned into final offered for $18 million lower back in 2021, and thinking about the reality that then it has gone via a few exquisite renovations, which includes up-to-date toilets, new floors, and impact-resistant sliding windows. The mansion is positioned on nearly 2 acres of land and boasts a spacious layout of almost 12,000 square feet. Built in 1990, it features 8 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, making it best for stimulating or internet website hosting visitors. Proper to Florida's attraction, the property consists of a swimming pool, a dock entire with a modern-day seal wall, and a lovely balcony to enjoy the fine and cozy climate and cute views. The mansion also abilities a rooftop statement terrace, wherein Sean takes within the perspective's interior. There are some remarkable offerings like a snug fireside, a bar for exciting, a wine room for a wine series, or maybe an elevator for easy access among floors. In line with the magazine, the house have become first positioned available on the market in February for $29 million, but changed into relisted in October for a lower charge. However, $25.95 million. Online pics show a stylish domestic with big windows, a kitchen that has area for eating, and lots of garage. Sean Hannity enjoys water perspectives from almost every room, including the living area, dining room, and home workplace neighborhood. Real belongings outlets cited to the magazine that the residence is in fantastic situation. However, a few choosy customers would possibly see it as an area to tear down and rebuild in advance. This 12 months, Hannity located his Long Island domestic up on the market at $1 $13.75 million. This asset sits on nearly 6 acres in Center Island and becomes supplied fast in June for $12.7 million in coins to a person who is partial to Hannity. It turns out Sean Hannity's choice to move from New York to Florida wasn't a sudden or rash one. He had in truth been planning to do it due to the fact that 2021 the radio host offered a big house in Florida that measures 3,800 SFT lower returned in 2021 for $5. $3 million. He satisfactorily used it as a holiday spot until he determined to go away New York for appropriate to chase after his idea of freedom, but evidently the frilly house wasn't pretty massive sufficient for him to revel in truly loose, so he decided to get a fair large area in Florida. Now he has a state-of-the-art belongings that in reality is only a half of hour's strength from Palm Beach. Now the questions about all and sundry's mind are can Sean Hannity make it even bigger in Florida in evaluation to even as he changed into in New York, and does he plan to head away Fox News quick? Well, to reply that we need to see how far the Fox News superstar has come an excellent journalism profession. In 1982, Hannity kicked off his career by the use of beginning a residence portrait enterprise and no longer lengthy after he had become a building contractor in Santa Barbara, California in 1988-89, whilst despite the fact that running as a contractor, he released his first talk radio show at KCSB-FM college station at UC Santa Barbara. The show ran for a total of 40 hours. However, Hannity himself admitted that he wasn't superb at it and felt he became quite terrible. Lamentably, his weekly display on KCSB failed to final lengthy because it modified into canceled after much less than a year due to a few controversy. During a couple of episodes, he referred to homosexual and lesbian rights in a manner that many determined to be quite heated. This precipitated the university board that oversaw the station reversing their choice after the Santa Barbara bankruptcy of the American Civil Liberties Union supported Hannity, claiming his first change rights have been being violated. However, when the station refused to make an apology publicly or provide him more airtime, he determined no longer to pass again. After his time at KCSB, Hannity took out commercials in radio publications, calling himself the maximum cited college radio host in America. This stuck the attention of WBNN in Athens, Alabama, wherein he became employed to host the afternoon speak show. He later moved to WGST in Atlanta in 1992, taking up the time slot that Neil Bortz had left for a Rawl station in September 1996. Roger Alces, who co-founded Fox News, delivered Hannity on board to host a brand new TV show that turned into, to begin with, called Hannity and LTBD, with LTBD, that means liberal to be. That means liberal to be. Decided Alan Kess became introduced into co-host, and the display subsequently premiered as Hannity and Colmes. Later that same 12 months, Hannity left WGST and headed to New York, where he crammed in for the afternoon host at WABC for the duration of the Christmas week. In January 1997, WABC determined to present Sean Hannity a full-time spot on their station, setting him inside the overdue night hours a bit. Over 365 days later, they moved him to the same forced time slot he had formerly filled for a fast time. In January 1998, Hannity became officially web hosting the afternoon display on WABC of their 2007 book Common Ground, The Way to Prevent the Partisan Conflict That Is Destroying America. Authors Cal Thomas and Bob Beckel described Hannity as a prominent figure among folks that create sturdy divisions in political broadcasting. They discuss with these human beings as political polarizers who are deeply devoted to a specific candidate subculture or ideology, which really separates them from opposing agencies. Hannity endured to preserve his spot on WABC until the give-up of 2013, and thinking about January 2014, he has been